It's going to be a brief setup guide to the Create Enchantment Industries, going all the way from how to produce the experience to actually get enchantments that are past the vanilla level. Vanilla level, I think for Thorns 3 would be like 3. And with this setup, you'd be able to do it 4, 5. I don't think. With this setup, you could take the max enchant level for vanilla up a single tier. So efficiency 6, unbreaking 4, swift snake 4, not back. It works with modded enchants as well. As you can see, capacity 4 is from the create mod. Alright, for the setup, the very first thing you're gonna need is the experience. You need experience by any means. If you have any other mods, you can use them, like mob grinding utilities, for example, or it's another one. Even just a basic vanilla mob farm. I mean, that will provide plenty of experience. Goes into a barrel, and then from that barrel it gets auto-crafted into a block of experience, which is then sent to this inventory, to which I just have a brass funnel connected to it, so because this takes out a stack at a time, it doesn't really matter the inventory, be any type of inventory. Goes into a belt that goes into the mechanical grindstone from the same Enchantment Industries mod. That gets dropped into the grindstone terrain. There's two inputs for the grindstone, the item train. When you have the, like right now, the item train looks normal. When you add the grindstone on it, it gets a kinetic input and a fluid output. This is for experience. From here, the experience being pumped into the tank and pumped out into the Blaze Enchanter and Blaze Forger. On the top of it, I have deployers getting, they're being given the cake of enchanting by an exporter in order to make the create the cake base for the enchanting cakes that you use to switch your enchanting forge or forge into the hyper enchanting versions. All you do is automate eggs, sugar, and lapis. You can't automate lapis, but sugar is just sugar cane, and eggs, you just get a bunch of eggs and put them over a cake. In order to automate eggs, you just take a bunch of chickens and put them over hoppers. I mean, it's simple as that. In order to make the cakes, all you gotta do is take that base that I just showed you and send it into a depot. Since I have it on auto crafting, I have a pattern provider with the pattern in it. And when I request it from my AE system, it sends that exact one into here, and then the experience from this goes onto it, and then gets imported back into my system, which, technically speaking, gets ported here, which is a subnetwork of my system. But you can use any means of item transporting, like mechanism pipes, or like the pipes mod in general. I don't have that mod installed, but get the picture. All you do is send the items into the deployer. Deployer will apply the Cake of Enchanting to both of these. If you have one, obviously it's not going to do the other. But this allows you to use Super Enchanting, which allows you to use these Super Enchanting templates. These by smashing a block of Super Experience. In order to get that, all you're going to do is have a bunch of experience cubes, blocks of experience, and lightning rods. When you do enchanting with like hyper experience, you can turn experience into hyper experience with the enchanting setup, since when you use the enchanting forge or forge, when it's finished, the craft or whatever you want to call it, or the enchant, lightning will strike next to it. You have a, as long as you have a lightning rod. If you don't have a lightning rod, it will break the enchanter. But with this, obviously I don't really care much about efficiency. This gets the job done, but given lightning, any form, enough time to hyper experience. So, block super experience from that hyper experience, the template. All you have to do is, if you have these, you have to use a template. See how that's there? That little chest plate was looking on it on the UI. All I did is right click this little cube. I can do it with any item that is enchantable. You could do it with any item as well. This is the only reason it's not working now is because I have it to be exported right here. And it gave me Thorns 3 and Unbreaking 3. Thorns 3. If you want this in book format, all you gotta do is give it a book. That. Gotta get the Forger book. That's like an anvil, pretty much. You can turn the Super Enchanting template into an actual like book by simply placing the book, placing the Super Enchanting template. It will cost 708 experience, or hyper experience, but it takes it from there, well, it's right here. Gives you Thorns 3. You take this now if you want to duplicate it and stuff. Put it inside of a printer that's being fed experience. You conveniently already have a fluid tank right here. Let's place a book. There you go. There's Thorns 3. You can place as many of these as you want. The whole stack if you wanted. It's not the fastest, but it gets the job done. If you're confused about the mechanical arm setup, all you gotta do is shift right click. You can also right click, but if you shift right click that, if you don't shift right click this, it will place it inside of the forger and try to enchant it or forge it. So shift right click. So that says deposit. Then you place one down, and then you place another one down. Then just make this the take. Don't need that anymore. Ignore that. You deposit to one of these. All you need is an input, output, input, output. Simple as that. That's why I have 4. I have one inputting from this to go into here, this to go into here, and then I have another set to take from here and put it over here. It's a very simple setup. And using this, I've already gotten efficiency 6, breaking 4, swift snake 4, plenty of bugs. Just an FYI, if you're going to do this setup underground, I did not know that beforehand that if you cover the enchanter, it removes all the lightning. Like it won't, you don't need any lightning rods, but it gives it a chance. The enchants possibility of giving curses, which obviously is not what you want. And obviously in a normal create pack, you wouldn't have any AE stuff. I just added it because I like the mod. If you want me to show you how to do it without AE, I guess comment. It's a lot of spaghetti, but it does work. You just want to get some basic enchants. You don't want a full automated system. It's really expensive and it takes a lot of time. This simple setup, get you all you need.